BMW M5 Touring. Now we've got some great expert reviews to dig into, like from Car and Driver. And by the end of this, you'll know if this thing lives up to the hype.
Well, it's exciting for a few reasons, right? I mean, first of all, you couldn't even get an M5 Touring in the US before. And on top of that, it's the only 5 Series Touring they're offering here for 2025.
Yeah, I've always been a fan of wagons. That blend of practicality and sleek looks, But it seems like every car company is ditching them for SUVs these days. So it's pretty bold of BMW to go in this direction.
It really is. I think they're going after a buyer who maybe would have gone for like a Porsche Cayenne, but who still wants that true performance car driving experience. And let's not forget the Audi RS6 Avant. This is a direct shot across the bow.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Okay, so let's get down to it. What's under the hood of this thing?
Well, get this. It's a hybrid. 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8 paired with a 194 horsepower electric motor. So combined, you're looking at 717 horsepower and 738 pound-feet of torque.
Wow, those are some serious numbers. But I gotta be honest, I'm always a little wary of hybrids when it comes to performance cars. Doesn't that add a ton of weight?
Yeah, you're right. It does add about 1,200 pounds compared to the previous generation. And actually, that means it's a little slower, 0 to 60, 3.5 seconds. Still crazy fast, but not quite record-breaking,
So it's not just about raw power then?
No, not at all. What this hybrid system really delivers is that in-gear punch. That instant torque from the electric motor smooths out the power delivery from the V8. Like merging on the highway or overtaking someone, it's going to feel incredible.
I see. So it's less about chasing a 0-60 time and more about that feeling of effortless power in everyday driving. I like that.
Exactly. And the reviews all talk about how seamless the integration is. It's not just a gimmick. It elevates the whole experience.
Now, with all that extra weight, does it handle like a boat?
That's the surprising thing. From what I've read, it handles like a much lighter car. BMW's put in things like rear axle steering, which helps with agility, especially at lower speeds. And then you've got the all-wheel drive with 3 different modes.
3 modes. Okay, now I'm intrigued.
Yeah, so you've got your standard comfort mode for everyday driving, then sport mode, which sends more power to the rear wheels, gets things a bit more lively. But then, and this is where it gets fun, there's a rear-wheel drive mode.
Wait, hold on. Rear-wheel drive in a wagon. That sounds like a recipe for some sideways action.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely for experienced drivers or for track use. But it just goes to show that BMW hasn't forgotten about that pure driving thrill, even in a family-friendly wagon.
Okay, so we've got power, we've got handling. What about the inside? Is it all decked out with M badges and carbon fiber?
Actually, no, it's more understated than that. It's luxurious, comfortable seats, premium materials. You've got the driver-focused cockpit, but it's not over-the-top sporty. Refined, I'd say.
I like that. Yeah, not shouting about it. And of course, you get all that wagon practicality. Folding seats, flat load floor, up to 58 cubic feet of cargo space.
Exactly. You could fit a whole weekend getaway in there. Easy.
Or a Costco run, whichever comes first.
Exactly. Oh, and one other thing I thought was interesting. Some reviewers mentioned that the Touring actually has a slightly throatier exhaust note than the sedan. Seems like that wagon body shape might be influencing the acoustics.
Oh, wow. That's a cool detail. All right, let's talk price. What's the damage?
The M5 Touring starts at $122,675.
Wait, that's only $2,000 more than the M5 sedan. For all that extra space and unique styling, that's a steal.
Yeah, it seems like BMW's serious about making this wagon appealing. They're not messing around.
Well, I'm impressed. We've covered a lot in this first part. US debut, the hybrid powertrain, the handling, even that cool exhaust note. But there's still plenty more to explore.
Yeah, in the next part, we'll dig into the technology behind it all and look at the design philosophy and really see why this is such a compelling alternative to those high-performance SUVs.
Sounds good. We'll be right back after a quick break. Welcome back to our deep dive on the M5 Touring. Now, we touched on the hybrid system, but I want to get a little deeper into the tech here.
Oh, yeah. The MHY Braybride drive system is really something. It's not just about, slapping a V8 and an electric motor together. It's about how seamlessly they work together, the whole package.
Yeah, I'm still kind of wrapping my head around the idea of a hybrid performance car. I get the efficiency angle.
Yeah.
But does it really make the driving experience better?
Absolutely. Think of it like this. That electric motor, its instant boost, fills in any gaps in the power delivery from the V8. It's like like an extra shot of espresso when you need it, you know?
I like that analogy.
And it comes from BMW's racing experience, too, like endurance racing. So, they've really fine-tuned how the gas engine and electric motor play together.
So no lag, just instant power when you hit the gas.
Exactly. And it all goes through that 8-speed M-Steptronic transmission, multiple shift programs, launch control, a whole shebang.
Nice. Nice. Okay, so the hybrid system sounds pretty trick. What about the battery itself?
Yeah.
How far can you actually go on electric power alone?
Well, it's got a 14.8 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery pack. BMW says you can get up to 41 miles of range, but that's based on, the European testing cycle. Realistically, here in the U.S., you're probably looking at closer to 25 miles.
Still not bad at all. I can
Yeah.
definitely see myself, cruising around town silently in electric mode and then unleashing all that horsepower when I hit the open road.
Exactly. It's the best of both worlds. Daily commutes without using any gas, but then you've got that M-car performance when you want it.
All right, let's shift gears a bit, talk design. What sets the M5 Touring apart from the regular 5 Series wagon visually?
It's all about subtle aggression.
Yeah.
You got those flared wheel arches, the wider track, and that big rear diffuser kind of hints at the power underneath.
It's not like in your face, but you know it means business.
Yeah, exactly. And that carries over to the interior, too. M Sport seats, M letter steering wheel. You got the BMW curved display. Puts all the performance data right there in front of you.
So it's driver-focused, but still luxurious.
Absolutely. It's not all stripped down and Spartan, You still get the high-quality materials, all the latest tech features.
About having it all. Right.
Right.
Okay, so here's a question that keeps coming back to me. Why a wagon at all? Why not just make an SUV, like everyone else seems to be doing?
That's a great question. And I think it goes back to BMW making a statement. They're saying you don't have to choose between practicality and driving dynamics. The M5 Touring is for people who want both.
I see it as kind of like a rebellion against the SUV craze,
Yeah.
Wagons have always had that cool factor, a little more unique, a little more understated.
Exactly. It's about having a car that reflects your style. And let's be honest, wagons are just more fun to drive than SUVs.
Okay, we've talked tech, we've talked design.
Hmm.
Why should anyone care about the M5 Touring? What makes it stand out?
I think it represents a shift. Drivers are craving something different, something that breaks the mold.
It's for the person who wants a car that can do it all. Family road trip, tear up a back road, look good doing it, all without sacrificing comfort.
Exactly. It's for people who appreciate versatility, who value performance but don't need to shout about it. It's for those who know,
I like that, those who know. All right, so I think we've painted a pretty good picture of the M5 Touring so far, the tech, the design, the overall appeal. But there's one more piece of the puzzle we need to talk about.
Yeah. In the final part, we'll look at the impact this car might have on the market, what it means for the future of performance cars. And we'll consider, is this car really redefining what a dream car can be?
Okay, so we're back, wrapping up our deep dive into the 2025 BMW M5 Touring. Now, we've talked about its performance, the tech, the design. But what does it all mean? What does this car say about the car world right now?
It's a statement for sure. The wagon's back, and not just for hauling groceries. The M5 Touring shows you can have real performance without sacrificing practicality.
Yeah, for a while there, it seemed like SUVs were the only option if you wanted both space and power. But this kind of throws a wrench in that. I mean, BMW wouldn't even sell us the M5 Touring before, and now they're going all in.
Right. It shows they believe in it, that there are buyers out there who want this, people who want performance but don't want a big, bulky SUV. Maybe this is the start of a trend. Who knows?
Yeah, wouldn't that be something? More high-performance wagons?
Yeah.
Instead of everyone driving around in these, monster trucks.
The M5 Touring could be the one to kick it off.
Okay, so we got to address the price. $122,675. That's a lot of money, but
It's actually pretty competitive when you think about it. A little more than the M5 sedan, sure, but less than a lot of those high-performance SUVs.
and you're getting a car that can do it all, family trips, track days, you name it.
It's like they took the best parts of a sports sedan, an SUV, and a wagon, and just mashed it all together.
So, big question time. Does the 2025 BMW M5 Touring redefine what a dream car is?
I think it definitely challenges the old idea of a dream car, that's for sure. It's not about being the loudest or the fastest. It's about having it all. Performance, practicality, style, comfort.
It's for people who don't want to compromise,
Yeah.
who value, substance over flash.
Yeah, exactly. It's for those who want to stand out, but in a subtle way. If you're listening to this and you're thinking, yeah, that sounds like me, then I think BMW's done something really special here.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
So there you have it, folks, our deep dive into the 2025 BMW M5 Touring. From the nitty-gritty details to the big picture, we've covered it all. Hopefully you've learned something new. Maybe you even gotten a little excited about this car. Who knows? Maybe you'll even see one out on the road and think, hey, I know that car.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, and until next time, happy driving.